Hey guys, welcome back to Evony with Genghis Server 68. So, did this earlier, but I quickly read in the comments that I did not leave audio. So, doing a voiceover now. So, just going through my morning routine when I wake up. I try and do the activities, right? All the easy ones, all the things that you can click on right there. Labor, I'm lucky I have some prisoners. Right there, I'm going to circle exactly what I'm talking about. Those are the activities and basically try to get all the easy ones done right away because later in the day you might have problems with people being online at the same time as you, right? So I know sometimes, I'll be ready to go to bed and I'll be like, oh, I'm only at 110 out of 145. My thieves haven't popped yet. And then I rush and get them done, and then I got to wait 5 or 10 minutes to find a couple people to kill them. And that's the same in almost every alliance if you're in an alliance on the same time zone as you, because people tend to be offline at the same time. So just trying to get them done. And there you can see for the alliance donation, you should only go to about 3:59, and if you go over 4 hours it locks you out for 4 hours. So what I just did there, I checked the time, 9:41. So at 1:41 I will be able to do it again, as I just did the 4 hours just to show you. And here loading dragon scales, that's the number one go-to item that you should be making when I first started. And here is the I just circled the fragments, and what you should be doing here is, so Winfield Scott is an old archer general, so collect him. He's no longer very good, but he's okay. But Minamoto's better. And then always buy your stamina here. Every day you should be buying 2,000 stamina. Even if you don't need it right now and you're early in the game, just start stockpiling for later because you are going to need it. I wish I did that for my first year. I didn't actually start buying stamina till probably half a year ago. So I missed out on about a year of not buying stamina, and I wish I would have done that. That would have been an excellent purchase. Just to have 500 stamina per day for the past year, that would have been really well stockpiled. I don't run out, but I'm always near the bottom. And here, just doing my marketplace and Winfield Scott, as I was saying, there's just Minamoto before in the free fragment, so there are better generals available. Lee Shimon's about the same as Winfield Scott, very similar. So he's nothing special this month. He's okay. We'll look at him in a later video. And they're just looking at the tavern, that yellow gold general. Not a good purchase. Those are the worst purchases for runestones. You only get 3 for 5 million. And if you do the regular purples, you get for 500k 1. So for 5 million you would get 10 if you buy the purple ones as opposed to the 3 on the gold ones. I always want to build traps, just always building them, just especially now that I'm larger. I don't lose them in BOC very often. I did lose them a couple weeks ago because someone was qualifying for all stars and he just kept healing and hitting me, and I'm not qualifying for all stars, so I did not heal, and I just let him hit me and took my runestones and points and said thank you very much, as I don't get attacked very often in Battlefield anymore, in particularly in this new alliance, as I'm larger for the matchups that we get. So patrol, I hate doing patrol, the daily routine. When I do patrol for a day, it's good. And just looking at the messages here, it looks like very weak generals coming up in the next one. Rhaegar, Arminis, Genghis Khan, all tavern generals or fragment generals, and nothing special out of any of them. Very unfortunate. I hope they redo Genghis Khan for obvious reasons. But he used to be one of the top generals in the game. Now his skill is just not that important anymore. The march size used to be very important when you just solo attacked people, but now that it is a team game and rally game, it's just not as important. So here I'm looking at the events that are offered. Gold, I'll finish that. Traps, I will not, and research, I will. So I'm just going to go over to my academy and speed it up and see where I get. and I'll stop at a level that won't go too far above, and then I'll save those research speeds for the next event. So as we see there, here I got to almost the final one, and now I'll take a look and see if I can get the next 100,000 level, or if it's not possible, and then just start using regular speeds instead whenever I speed up the academy. I do like to speed it up once a day. Basically, just complete it, get the 8 points for activity, and it just kind of keeps me going on the academy all the time. I just like to always have something new finishing on the academy, as science is very important. And yeah, it doesn't look like I have enough speed ups to get to the next level, so I will just save those for the future. And uh, speed events coming up, so a good time to use regular common speeds in that. So now, just looking at the events that are offered on these 4-day non-events all the time, the one is always the same, and I will always just buy stamina with it. This is always the same event, so basically just join rallies, participate, and gather, and you will end up with completing it and being able to buy everything. And then this other event, this is a good one. This is all resource gathering. So this is one that everyone can complete. Sometimes they have different events uh, that are refining based and things like that, and I just don't always do those because I don't like to waste refined skills just to complete a small event. So now looking at who we're going to play in server SVS, this is always every 2 weeks you get to take a look, and it looks like we're facing server 54. I don't know anything about these new servers really. Sometimes we play the same one we played a couple weeks ago, and then I might know a little bit about them. But it still is pretty new for me. We're about 5 months into the server merge, so we are facing all different servers we did not face for the previous year. But they all have big people. So, and doing hard Vikings, selecting that, and because there's no turtles, golems, witches, warlords right now, generally in our alliance we will solo till 9 and then rally from 10 up to get the bigger medium Viking chests. If there are boss event monsters like turtles, golems, witches, warlords, we will solo to 19 and then rally from 20 up, because there's just more bosses available and we'd rather get Vikings done quicker. But because at level 10 and 20, 10 you get the medium chests. I don't have any to show you right now. And then at 20 you get twice the amount of medium chests. So 20 is a good level. 40 is also a very key level where you start to get the large chests. And but they all have good mats in the Vikings, so it's good to do all different levels there. And now we're just going to look for tiles to get a few gatherers out. I like to gather generally 2 or 3 a day, just send them out and leave them there and then replace them, and then keep 3 or 4 rallies open and just rallying all day as well. And see my little friend there, Virus 4.0, got burned. That is a smaller city that isn't that important, and doesn't always have a bubble, so not a big deal. But just make sure, always send T1s or low tiers out to gather. Tile wars, they don't tell you when they're going to happen, right? It just happens. So better to be safe than sorry and avoid those big losses. I've been tiled probably on 3 or 4 different occasions. Each time I got tiled, like 10 times. But it was 3 or 4 different times, and it just happens. It's been great for 6 months, 8 months, and then out of nowhere, boom, you wake up. Always happens at night, it seems like, too. So you wake up and your tiles are dead. So I'd rather wake up to tier 1 troops being in the hospital than tier 14 or 13 or 12, whatever your highest tier is. It's just a lot cheaper, and you actually just don't care. You can just laugh at the person who did it, and it will make you less of a target next time as well, because generally when people are tiling, they want to do damage. So if they tile you and do 400k damage, it's not as big a deal. So just checking off these things, and we forgot gold levy. That's an easy one. I like the ones that are just one tick and done. The ones that are patrol, where you just go around, and we'll do it now for you. But patrol, when I get into it and I do it on Thursday, which I will be doing, and I do it for hours, that's different. Usually I just go sit in the sun on the rooftop patio and tick away. But when I'm doing it here, the daily routine, I can't stand just hitting gold and then hitting patrol, hitting gold, 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 patrol, because I only want Monarch gear here. I don't like anything else. Monarch gear or the 24-hour speed up, that's about all I want here. And the Monarch gear is a good price for 30 gems, so it is worth it. And then the only other thing, this is Monday after the weekend, so I'd like to look at my world boss rankings. I went to bed, I think I was in 13th place, and I usually finish around 36, 37, 38, 39, and it looks like I got 26th place. It's because this is my first week with a full march of T14 horse, so I wanted to see how I did. And my goal, I did not achieve it. I wanted 20th place. And I wanted 20th place because that is where the world boss rewards go up significantly. You start to get level 5 siege gear. So that's difficult to get, and it's worth a lot more than place 21 plus, where you will get 80 Monarch gear. So I did not get it, so I'm going to build more T14 and continue to work on my general. I have been refining him and trying to improve my mounted gear because I would like top 20, and we'll look at the rewards here and I'll show you why. So one level 5 item is basically going to be 81 Monarch gears of that item of level 1s. So now you might think and say, well, 80 Monarch gears for place 21 plus, it's not too much better to have one level 5. It doesn't sound as impressive. But when you take into account that a lot of those 80 Monarch gears you're going to acquire are going to be lumber gathering, stone production, ore gathering, all the ones you don't really care about, or construction hat or war horn. So the one level 5 is concentrated on the PvP gear, and it is siege gear, which obviously you're going to hope that you get the siege fire staff. You don't want the other two. So I guess in some ways it's only 30% chance that it's going to be good, but on the off chance that it does hit and you get that one, it's very rewarding. And I'm trying hard to get level 9 Monarch gear. I'm very, very close to it. Almost all of my stuff has 2 level 8 Monarch gears, so I just need that one more to get to level 9, and that will be a key level. I'll go up another 10%, I believe, in all my attacks, which is what I want. And yeah, that's about it. So that's basically what I do every morning when I wake up, except for a couple things. Like I don't check World Boss every day, but I do check that at the on Monday, and just like on Sunday, I check the rankings to see where I went up in prestige. And if you look here, I'm just going to show you what you get with that fire gear. So you exclude these other 3, and you get a level 5 from one of those 3 pieces. So you don't waste those 80 Monarch gears on the other items, which are not as valuable. They're still good. It's still good to speed up your march or troop load and increase your crafting speed and your hospital speed and that sort of stuff. But these PvP ones are far more important because, you'd rather have 10% more archer attack than carry 5% more troop load when you're hitting somebody. It's just, you're never going to get to that troop load if you don't have the stronger attack to zero them, right? And plus battlefield, it'll help with all the rewards there and that sort of stuff. So you guys should be doing all of this stuff every morning, basically. Try and get it out of the way, or maybe at your lunch break, depending if how you do in the morning with your routine, and just looking at the rallies here and going to join stuff. For Vikings, I generally only join level 10 plus and sometimes 20 plus. And then just the little stuff here on the Alliance tab, trying to get all that done, and that's it. So this is my boring morning routine. Genghis, server 68, like, subscribe, leave a comment.